There was a time when I walked deep inside darkness and learned secrets many people never imagine exist. I saw fear control minds, and I watched how people blamed everything on bad luck, while missing the deeper battles happening around them. Today, I speak not to create panic, but to open your eyes and strengthen your spirit, so you walk in awareness instead of confusion. Many people ignore physical warning signs because they think they are random problems, yet sometimes your body reacts when your peace is under attack. This message is about breaking fear and replacing it with wisdom, so you can stand strong and never feel powerless again. Listen with courage, because truth does not trap you. It sets you free and reminds you that your strength is always greater than any darkness. There was a time when I watched people wake up already tired, carrying a heaviness that sleep never seemed to heal, and they believed something was wrong with their destiny. I saw strong individuals lose confidence because their bodies felt drained without reason, and slowly their hope faded as they struggled to understand what was happening. Some went from doctor to doctor searching for answers, yet their greatest battle was not only physical exhaustion, but also the emotional weight that whispered they were weak. I want you to understand that sudden unexplained fatigue can feel frightening, but it does not mean you are powerless or abandoned in the middle of your struggle. Your body sometimes becomes the first alarm that something in your life needs spiritual attention, emotional healing, or a deeper return to peace and balance. Instead of accepting exhaustion as your identity, begin to see it as a signal calling you back to awareness, strength, and a renewed connection with your inner courage. I remember moments when people felt so heavy they could barely focus on daily responsibilities, and their dreams started to feel distant because energy disappeared faster than motivation could grow. They questioned their purpose and blamed themselves for being lazy, when in reality they were facing battles that required deeper understanding and spiritual grounding. When exhaustion tries to steal your confidence, speak life into yourself and remind your mind that your strength does not come only from your physical condition. Begin small actions that rebuild your spirit, such as prayer, reflection, gratitude, and honest conversations that release hidden stress and emotional pressure you have carried silently. Surround yourself with supportive voices and remove environments that constantly drain your energy, because healing grows where peace and encouragement exist together. You must learn to listen to your body without fear and respond with wisdom, because awareness turns confusion into clarity and transforms weakness into a powerful moment of renewal. Do not allow unexplained tiredness to convince you that your story is ending, because many strong people face deep exhaustion before discovering a greater level of spiritual resilience and personal growth. Stand up each day with intention, even if your energy feels low, and declare that your life will not be defined by heaviness or by invisible pressures around you. Remember that healing often begins when you change how you speak to yourself, because words can either deepen your fatigue or awaken a new level of hope. Choose practices that restore your strength, such as consistent rest, meaningful reflection, and moments of silence that reconnect your mind with calmness and steady purpose. The journey back to energy may be gradual, but every small victory builds momentum and reminds you that your spirit remains stronger than any challenge trying to slow you down. Never forget that awareness is the first step toward freedom, and your renewed strength will rise as you walk forward with faith and determination. There were moments when people came forward confused by sudden aches and strange headaches that appeared without warning, especially during times when they tried to grow spiritually or reconnect with peace. They believed something was wrong with their bodies alone, yet deep inside they sensed a resistance rising whenever they stepped toward healing and truth. I once watched individuals feel discomfort during prayer or reflection, and they questioned whether their progress was real or if they were simply imagining battles that no one else could see. What I learned is that growth often exposes hidden pressure that tries to pull you back into fear and silence before you discover your full strength. Instead of becoming afraid of every sensation, begin to observe your body with calm awareness and understand that your journey toward light sometimes stirs internal conflict that demands patience and wisdom. When you feel unusual discomfort, do not surrender your progress, because your spirit is learning to stand firm, and your courage grows each time you choose peace over panic. Many people feel isolated when physical reactions appear during moments of worship or deep reflection, because they think something is uniquely wrong with them and that no one else could understand their experience. I remind you that the path of transformation is not always comfortable, and sometimes your mind and body react strongly when old fear begins to lose its control over your life. These sensations can become powerful reminders that you are stepping outside of past limitations and entering a new level of spiritual awareness that challenges everything that once held you back. Rather than allowing confusion to silence you, speak openly with trusted people who support your growth and who help you stay grounded in truth instead of falling into worry. Take time to breathe slowly, center your thoughts, and remind yourself that discomfort does not define your destiny or limit your progress toward a stronger and healthier future. Each moment you choose calmness and clarity over fear, you weaken the grip of anxiety and strengthen your ability to walk forward with confidence and faith. There will be days when your body feels tense or your head feels heavy while you are trying to focus on positive change. Yet those moments can also become opportunities to deepen your resilience and your commitment to growth. Instead of retreating from prayer or avoiding reflection because of discomfort, learn to approach these experiences with balanced awareness and a determination to understand yourself more fully. Your strength grows when you continue your journey with patience, and when you remember that true transformation often requires facing temporary resistance before lasting peace is reached. Focus on healthy habits that support your well-being, such as rest, hydration, movement, and honest emotional release, because your physical health and spiritual strength work together to build stability. Let every challenge remind you that you are moving beyond old fears and stepping into a life where you are no longer controlled by confusion or invisible pressure. Stay consistent in your path, and remember that your courage and faith will always rise stronger than any discomfort that tries to distract you from your purpose. I remember hearing stories from people who went to sleep hoping for rest, yet woke up feeling more drained than before, carrying the weight of disturbing dreams and restless nights that left their hearts uneasy. They described intense nightmares that repeated like a shadow following them through darkness, and they started to fear the quiet moments meant to bring peace. Many questioned whether something was wrong with their minds because every morning began with exhaustion instead of renewal and calmness. What they did not realize was that sleep can reflect the deeper battles happening inside your thoughts, emotions, and hidden fears that surface when your mind becomes still. Instead of allowing fear to grow stronger than your hope, You must begin to see your nights as moments where healing and awareness can rise if you approach them with strength and intention. Your rest is sacred and protecting your peace before sleep becomes a powerful step toward reclaiming calmness and rebuilding the energy your spirit needs to grow. There were individuals who felt embarrassed to speak about their nightmares because they believed others would dismiss their experiences or label them as overly sensitive to stress. Yet every restless night carried a message that something within their emotional or spiritual world needed attention, compassion, and honest reflection rather than silence. When you wake up feeling drained or fearful without clear reason, pause and ask yourself what worries you carried into sleep and what thoughts you allowed to dominate your mind before closing your eyes. Create a peaceful routine that prepares your heart for rest by releasing anxiety through prayer, meditation, or simple moments of gratitude that shift your focus toward calmness and hope. Fill your environment with gentle sounds, positive words, and comforting reminders that you are safe and supported as you surrender to rest. Each night becomes an opportunity to rebuild trust in your own strength and to remind yourself that your mind can be trained to move from fear toward healing and renewal. Some nights will still feel heavy, and you may wake from dreams that shake your emotions, but those moments do not define your destiny or determine the direction of your life. Stand strong when you feel vulnerable and remember that your resilience grows each time you choose to face the morning with courage rather than allowing fear to control your actions. Begin your day with intention by speaking positive affirmations, stretching your body, and reconnecting with purpose, so that your nights lose their power to steal your joy and motivation. Seek balance through healthy routines, honest conversations, and moments of silence that help your mind process emotions instead of burying them deep inside your heart. Over time, you will notice that peaceful nights become more frequent because your spirit learns to rest in confidence, and your mind begins to release the tension that once disturbed your sleep. Trust that every step you take toward inner peace brings you closer to nights filled with calm dreams and mornings filled with renewed strength and hope. As I close this message, I want you to remember that fear was never meant to control your story, and confusion was never meant to silence your strength. Every physical sign, every restless night, and every moment of exhaustion can become a wake-up call that leads you toward deeper awareness, stronger faith, and greater self-understanding. You are not powerless, and you are not alone, because growth begins the moment you choose courage instead of panic and wisdom instead of despair. Take what you have learned and use it to protect your peace, rebuild your confidence, and walk forward with renewed purpose each day. Let your life reflect strength, calmness, and spiritual clarity, so that no challenge can shake the foundation you are building within yourself. Stand firm, stay aware, and continue moving forward with faith, because your light will always rise stronger than any darkness that tries to follow you.